So that's what happened. That was that rattle and pop we kept hearing. So now we're gonna replace the other side. After a good night's sleep, courtesy of the sound of the Sag River rushing by, we were up and off to an early start in order to make the bus for the Prudhoe Bay tour. As the tour bus bumped and swayed down the road, we were filled with excitement and a sense of accomplishment to think of what our little family had endured over the past few months. It was hard to believe that not long ago we made the decision to sell everything and hit the road full time. And now, here we were, nearly 20,000 miles and so many more experiences later. Today, we were finally reaching our northernmost waypoint along this wild and crazy adventure. Today, we would touch the Arctic again.
Is everything I need to start again? Put your bags on the back seat. Head out into the rain. I got everything that I need to get away from here. Everything you are is everything I need to start again. Everything you are, everything you are.
We made it. Prudhoe Bay, baby.
Good job.
This is awesome. This is really, really cool. Very different feel from Tuck,
Yeah.
but still, it's just really cool. And the fact that these people, I mean, not just work and survive, but provide so many resources to the states from such an incredible terrain and environment, what they live through, fight the elements against, to pull a resource from. It's crazy. There it is.
Whoa.
I think I just beat my record. All right, Prudhoe Bay. We made it. But you know, it's really all about the journey getting here. That's the fun part. Wonder where we're gonna go next. Wherever we want. With our Prudhoe Bay tour now complete, it was time to do what all Dalton Highway travelers do once they reach the top. Fuel up and go back down. But first, we needed some celebration snacks and fresh patches for the headliner because, that's what Overlanders do. Funny side note, one of the most asked questions we receive is, how do you stick those patches to your headliner? Well, the secret is industrial strength Velcro. See the link in video description. But fair warning, it only works on the headliners that have enough fluff for it to grab. Otherwise, I guess you'll need a hot glue gun. Anyhow, back to the adventure at hand.
I can get you all.
All three of these?
Just kidding.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, I put coffee beans in this.
Oh, it's so good.
You're
It's
gonna have to
dark
get some.
chocolate.
So, Caroline, what are we doing today?
I'm going to the mail.
Going to the mail. And who are we mailing cards to?
Sammy and Papa.
And?
Papa and Mama.
Another tradition we try to maintain on this trip is to send postcards to friends and family from some of the most remote post offices in North America. It's been a big hit with folks back home.
So letters, postcards are...
Mom, let's go have some fun. What's this? You. That's what.
With all our errands complete, it was time to say goodbye to Dead Horse and head south again to Fairbanks.
This could be the moment we've been waiting for, the chance to feel alive. Nothing's gonna stop us, nothing's gonna top this, nothing like we've ever seen. And I raise my hands to the sky, what a feeling. 'Cause I feel like dancing high, got a feeling. Time to feel it. This is where it all begins. This is where it all begins. This is where it all begins. 'Cause this could be the best day of our lives, yeah. This is where it all begins. Burning like a light show, free yourself and let go. Time to see it all. Don't think about tomorrow. Today we are heroes. Hear adventure call. There are whole new worlds to see. I keep running, and my feet keep lifting me like I'm flying. Time to see it. This is where it all begins. This is where it all begins. This is where it all begins. A moment to feel alive.
You know why bears don't wear socks?
Why?
Because they have bare feet.
Where'd you learn that?
From Kate and Min.
Oh, okay. That's a good joke.
That's a really great joke. You've been waiting to tell that one, haven't you?
Yeah.
We're in Fairbanks.
Yep.
When we're in a town, what does that mean we do?
Play Legos.
That means it's laundry day. That's what that actually means.
Nope. No.
Let's go do some laundry.
You love dancing in the rain. You never mind a cloudy day. Make the world a better place. Yeah, you love dancing in the rain. You love talking on the phone.
2 by 2, just like
Do
no.
things other people don't.
Okay, now wait.
Make sure no one is alone.
All the way.
You love talking on the phone.
Now let it go.
Don't
I'm gonna see it. Give me that.
I guess that dreams come true.
Does he need water?
Expect them to ain't like fun. How did I get so lucky?
Ow.
Okay, and then
You love riding on the train. Rather life you always find.
So we're hanging out in Fairbanks for at least one more day, troubleshooting something in the left front, and I think I found it. It's not good. So as you know, we run the Icon suspension, and been hearing a consistent clunk on rebound, and if you look right up in there, there's the problem. That's not good. So it looks like tomorrow I'll be giving Icon a call to see what it's going to take to get one of these bad boys air freighted up here. So while I'm sitting here doing this, Mama Bear says,
hey, let's check the other side just to be on the safe side.
looks like we got a consistent issue here, folks. So it looks like the saga will continue in Fairbanks, Alaska tomorrow. To be continued. Good morning, guys. So, little update on the shock situation. Talked to Icon, and I've got 2 new mounts coming from them, overnighted. Something I could have welded, but it was going to open up a whole nother world of potential issues. And the feedback that I got from Icon was that if you have more than 2 inches of thread showing above the adjuster on that coilover, you could cause some coil binding and have potential issues putting extra stress on that mount. I know I've gotten a lot of mixed responses through messages and whatnot on the Icon brand, but I got to be honest, I've got 85,000 miles on this system, and it's done really well up until this point. So anyhow, thanks to Icon, thanks Madison for getting right on that, getting it overnighted to us. I really appreciate it, and I guess we'll get these things installed sometime tomorrow. In the meantime, we're living the campground life. Woohoo! All right, guys, Caroline's going to give you an update.
So we've been on, I forgot. Hey guys, we're in Fairbanks, Alaska. So we Hartford Forerunner to get on the road tomorrow. And we say, run to get it.
So as she said, the overnight shipping did not work. So I want to go over to the FedEx place first thing in the morning and see if maybe it showed up. But we are still stuck in Fairbanks. The good news is we've got Wi-Fi, we've got power. Caroline got her first day of kindergarten done, and I've got a little bit of editing taken care of. So I'm hoping if I stay up tonight, I might just have a video taken care of and uploaded. Empty-handed, no parts, still. Back to the campground. You know, the toughest part about being full-time is it's a tight budget. It's ridiculously tight. Little setbacks that used to just be an inconvenience now can be game-changing. And it's not so much the cost of the repairs, it's the added stay, because you have to be in a civilized area to get these parts. Therefore, you generally have to stay at a campground to be local to that repair, and that's when it hurts. So good news, we were able to get our replacement parts on the suspension. Thank you to Jeff Cooper, who drove all the way out to almost Chena Hot Springs to bring us a 12-point socket, which I did not have. You're amazing. Thank you. And a little bit of bad news, I found out that my uniballs are actually shot. So I'm going to order the new Delta joints and have them shipped to Anchorage where we can pick them up. While the shock mount issues were a bit annoying, it wasn't surprising that after 88,000 miles of use and abuse, including the recent severe hits on the Dalton Highway, that some suspension parts would eventually need replacement. All in all, we've been very pleased with the performance of the Icon suspension and plan on a full rebuild once we return to the lower 48 for another 88,000 miles of use on the rig. And just for the record, we aren't sponsored by Icon in any way. After installing the fresh shock mounts and upper control arm bushings, it was time to take it easy for a few days on the banks of the Chena River. We were looking forward to a bit of recovery and reflection on our recent travels before striking out on the next part of our Alaskan adventure, where we will tackle yet another infamous highway.
2, and
Here.
here. Okay?
Look at that. Our first Alaskan fish. He's so pretty. No, I don't think we can keep him. We're going to throw him back. Awesome.